Hey everybody, I am back today with a layout for Cut to You. I'm going to be using this Sunday cut fire, and we're going to play with this one a little bit today. So we're going to add some fun to our layout. Starting with, I'm going to use the negative space. So this is the sheet of paper I used to cut the cut file out on. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some Sizzix Maker's tape, and I'm going to mask off just the edge there. Sizzix Maker's tape is really low tack, so it's not going to stick to my background paper at all. Then I'm going to take some Distress Oxide in Picked Raspberry and one of my blender brushes. I'm going to start off the cut file and work my way in. That way I don't get any ink underneath that paper and I get a crisp, clean, stenciled image. So you don't want to start, you want to do your edges. Make sure you have a lot of ink on your brush. Start at the outside and work your way in. And you can see how crisp and clean the stenciled image is then. I'm going to set that aside, let it dry completely, and then I'm going to work on backing my cut file. So what I want is, I want the glass part of the sundae to look clear. So I'm going to start with my pattern papers. I'm working with P13's Sugar and Spice range today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure and cut all the pieces for all the ice cream that is inside of the dish. But I'm just going to trace it and cut it and then set it off to the side. Then I'm going to back the dish with vellum. I'm backing these cut files the way I always do. Turn the cut file over, turn the pattern paper over, trace it, and then cut right either outside or inside of your cut line. So you can see here I'm just traced the glass sundae dish, and then I'm cutting it out with the vellum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first adhere the vellum to the cut file. And then I have the ice cream pieces cut and fit and ready to go. You can see it up on my table there. And so once I have all of the vellum adhered well, then I can go ahead and grab the ice cream pieces. And then I'm just going to go ahead and back all the ice cream pieces. And now it will look like the ice cream is sitting in the frosted glass sundae dish. And the bottom part of the sundae will be like frosted, whereas the top, that's above the ice cream dish. The pieces of the sundae sticking out will have a regular, like normal saturation of color. I hope that makes sense. Next, I want to do this cherry, and I want to back it in some tissue paper. Backing cut files in tissue paper, really easy, but a bit different than backing them with pattern paper. Also, you have some really cool kind of stained glass look. So what I'm doing is I am taking the tissue paper. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a glue pen and kind of dot glue all around the edge of the cherry, the piece that I want back. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the tissue paper and push it down into the glue, and then you want to let it dry. This is really delicate and you don't want to tear that tissue paper. So you're going to go ahead and just push it down, let it dry completely. And then once it is completely dry, just kind of take your scissors and cut right around the edges of your the cut file. So you're just going to cut right around the tissue paper. Be very gentle, very careful. You can put multiple layers of tissue paper behind your cut file. That gives it a little more strength. And so that's where we are right now. I'm just going to set the cut file aside. I'm going to let it dry completely, and then we can kind of come back to it. I decided that I liked the look of it being offset. so that you got a peek of that pink, not only through the vellum, but also kind of offset off to the side to kind of give it a drop shadow almost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and that's where I'm going to place it. And I popped it up on some foam tape to give it a little bit of lift and dimension. Now I went ahead and I have a couple larger fussy cut pieces from this collection that I'm going to use. And I'm going to keep the design fairly simple. I'm going to kind of cluster the sundae and all kinds of the little goodies that come in the collection down across the bottom. And then I wanted to add just a bit of color at the top so it didn't look disjointed or unbalanced. So I'm just going to take, I don't want to add too much color, so I'm just going to take this little polka dot paper and put it across the top. Then I'm going to go ahead and map my photo, give it a bit of pride of place so that it doesn't, it can, to a great extent, it's okay in this particular layout if it kind of, blends in a little bit. This is just a photo of when I went to lunch with some of my girlfriends. I already did a whole kind of layout with a lot of journaling about how it was the first time we'd eaten in a restaurant since the pandemic, and we all went together and all that kind of stuff. And then one of the photos I'd taken was just this totally awesome photo of our dessert because it just looked so pretty. So this is just going to be like a companion page next to the page about us going on our lunch date with all of the kind of details of that. And so what I really wanted to do was I just wanted to document this photo of our dessert because it just looked yummy. So my title is going to be Eat Dessert First, and then I do have a little bit of journaling. So I popped the journaling up and that kind of larger fussy cut piece. And now I can just go in and I'm going to add all the goodies. So I have lots of little fun fussy cut elements from this collection. I think this might be one of my favorite summer collections. I think I've done 4 layouts with it. And I don't have a lot of it left. We're down to like the last little bits. I think I can pull one more layout together with it. So I'm not ready to like take it out of its collection bag, but there isn't much left. And I love all the layouts that I've created with this collection. It's so cute. So I'm just going to go ahead, continue on here, add all these little bits and pieces till I'm happy with it. I decided to add a little bit of embellishing up where the title is. And yeah, this one came together really easy because I did give a lot of the time it took to create this layout was dedicated to working with that cut file. So now I'm just kind of looking for white space, and I'm going to add a couple of these cute little circle cardstock stickers in, and that's where we are going to call this one done. So this is the sundae cut file from Cut to You, and it's so cute. I love how it turned out. Be sure to head over to the shop and take a peek at all the really cute cut files Gwen has for sale, and I will talk to you all again very soon. Bye.